Yukar. Let us try to understand how we can measure or determine the stoichiometry of particular complex, a coordination complex, okay, using Jobs method. Jobs method, in Jobs method, we mix the two or more reactants and they form a colored or a complex which will absorb at particular wavelength. So first step is to identify the wavelength of the maximum absorption. So we have taken the some concentration and we have measured the absorbance with different wavelength, and we have found that the for Fe salicylic acid complex the wavelength was observed maximum at 568 nanometer. So that is 0.94 absorbance. Then, as you know, we are taking the different stoichiometry of the ion. We have here we are using 10 ml of 0.0025 molar ion solution, and in a test tube we are adding there is no addition of sodium salicylate, while we change the concentration, we decrease the concentration here for of the ion solution and we increase the concentration of sodium salicylate from A test tube to K test tube. So finally in a K test tube we have 10 ml of 0.0025 molar sodium salicylate, while there is no ion in this, and in F test tube it is equimolar concentration. So how we have done it? So thus we can find out the mole fraction of this once we know that the concentration of Fe and the volume and sodium salicylate and its volume, we can find out the mole fraction of Fe in that test tube, and against it the absorbance is recorded and it is plotted in this graph. So when I plot it, I get a scattered plot of the absorbance. Then I take a mean line and join this data and I get a point of intersection which shows there was a maximum absorption at a particular wave at 568 nanometer, and that was for with the particular stoichiometry of iron, and the mole fraction of iron was observed to be 0.4. So how we do it? First we need to prepare iron solutions. For iron salt we have used ferric ammonium sulfate, or it is known as ammonium ferric sulfate dodecahydrate. So we have, with this formula we were able to estimate how much of ammonium ferric sulfate to be weighed. So once we have dissolved this in water and diluted up to the mark in 100 ml standard volumetric flask, we got around 0.0025 molar Fe3 plus solution. To be very precise, it is 0.00248 molar Fe solution. Then we have also prepared similarly the 0.0025 molar sodium salicylate, as we know the molecular weight of the sodium salicylate. So here, see from this same formula we can calculate this. So dissolving that, we actually get 0.0025 molar. Actually it is 0.00249 precisely molar sodium salicylate solution is prepared by dissolving and diluting 0.040 grams of this sodium salicylate in 100 ml standard volumetric flask. So then we need to find out how much moles per ml of Fe is there in this. So we know that 1 molar solution in 1000 ml means actually 482.18 grams. This means 482.18 grams is actually 1 mole, which is dissolved in 1000 ml. So 482.18 is 1 mole, then 0.120 are how many moles? So it comes to 0.000248 moles in 100 ml. So 0.000, so 5 zeros will be in there. Our 50 after the decimal. So it is 248 into like 10 is to minus 6, like that you can 2.8 2.48 into 10 is to minus 6, you can also write like that. So it is 5 zeros after the decimal because you need to divide this to understand in 1 ml. So we have in 1 ml this many moles. Similarly, we find out how many moles are there in it's if 0. It is 160 is a molecular weight. uh, 160.1 is the molecular weight, then it is 1 mole as we understand, and then 0.040 is how many moles, then it comes to 0.00249 moles per 100 ml. So in 1 ml there should be 5 zeros and 249 moles per 1 ml will be there. So we can calculate the mole fraction once you know the mole, because mole fraction is given by number of moles of Fe divided by number of moles of Fe plus number of moles of sodium salicylic acid or sodium salicylate which is there. So we find out how many moles per test tube of FET is there, how many moles of sodium salicylate is there. So in first test tube, A test tube, there are no moles of, there is no sodium salicylate. There is no sodium salicylate. So it is 0 mole. So it is this mole fraction of the Fe is 1, as only here it is there will be 0.5 zeros after the decimal and 248 divided by 0 for the number of moles of sodium salicylate and the same moles of Fe here. So dividing that we get 1. So it is 1 mole here. So similarly we can calculate in last test tube there is no Fe. So it is 0 moles. Now when we do this all, we have got one, we have done the one absorption plot, and we had got 0.04. That means at 0.04 moles of Fe, there is a maximum complex which is formed, and this means, okay, maximum complex is formed at 0.04 mole fraction of Fe, as the intensity of the absorption is observed to be higher due to formation of the maximum amount of the complex. So Beer-Lambert law, so absorption is directly proportional to the concentration here, and path length was constant, so it does not matter. This means now that ratio of Fe to salicylate, okay, sodium salicylate, is 4 to 6 moles. Okay, if you 4 to 6 moles, 4 by 6 moles. So 4 by 6 is 2 by 3 is equal to 1 by 1.5. So in the result, we can write the maximum absorption is observed at 0.4 mole fraction of Fe, which shows that the complex of iron and salicylate is formed at a ratio of 1.1 is to 1.5. So if there is one molecule of Fe, there will be 3 molecules of salicylate. Now this data is little erroneous, and this is what we have got in our laboratory. But there is error because there is a report that iron forms a complex with sodium with salicylate in a ratio 1 is to 1. So actually you should have observed the absorbance, maximum absorbance at this, but somehow experimentally you are observing at this. So there is a small error, but this may help us to understand how we can calculate the stoichiometry of two reactants, and with this we can understand the stoichiometry of the two reactants and how they will form the compound, and final stoichiometry of the complex, how it would be. So that's what I wanted to explain in this short video. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.